one of my all-time favorite traditions that I literally do all by myself is every day of October. I mean, it's gonna be weird. October with that, crazy. But every day in October, I watch The Purge. And why? Well, it's originally a horror film, but man, the series is so good. I just got reminded one of my good friends hates October and horror and all that. Has never watched The Purge and never with me. And every October says, "I'll see you in 30 days when this month is over," because it's my favorite month. I love Halloween. I have an entire costume closet in my house in Denver. Whew, I even have costumes in Dallas. I mean, I don't know what costume. I'm gonna have to be like Aquaman or something down here. But it's awesome. Why is The Purge so awesome? Right, the original film is a horror film. Guy is a wealthy guy for 12 hours every year. Your murder, stealing, everything is legal. They beat each other up, whatever. They have 12 hours where you're allowed to release your rage. And so you're allowed to purge your anger. So the rest of the year, you're a good little boy. Kind of a fascinating concept. Essentially, their crime rates are really low because, well, for 12 hours they legalize it, so that helps. So it saves up all their crimes. They argue both sides of the purge really well. So they have a couple other movies, and the other movies are people trying to end it, and then they have the movie called The First Purge, why they try to start it. Government control is probably one of the biggest ones, but it also essentially eliminates poverty because poor people can't defend themselves as well, which is sad and probably not the best way to help them by killing them off. But the economy is always good, so the government in control that creates the purge argues, there's no crime, everyone's wealthy, um, no poverty, GDP per capita is amazing, that kind of stuff. And then they start doing it in, like, tourism, so like Europeans come over and they participate. They're like, we can go to America, and kind of like when we legalized weed, they're like, let's go to America and enjoy legal weed and all that kind of stuff. So they turn it into a tourist thing. But then you have to think about it and realize it's lives at stake. So that's the first kind of cool, intellectual, philosophical conundrum that you go in. Okay, right? Then it goes into more personal stuff. So at one point, I think it's a homeless man. I don't want to give it anyway. So it's a guy, random guy. The house is locked down, right? It's got barred windows and everything. And then a guy comes by, and one of the kids, wants to help. Man, I'm going to give away some of this. Anyways, watch it anyways. This is the Purge, the original. So they also have the first Purge election year. And they have a TV show now. Oh my god, all of them are well done, super good. And each one hits a different point in it. It's really great. So like the first Purge is different people. It's actually like how it started, more about the government and that kind of stuff. Then like Purge election year is like, oh, it's a good one too. That one's more of like an action film versus like a horror. They're all so different and so great. All right, so the original random man they've never met gets in the house, and apparently there's a group of rich kids chasing them. They go, "Give us the guy, or we're gonna come in and kill everyone." There's an interesting debate right there. So, do you give up this random guy and watch him go to slaughter? Do you trust in the security of your house? Do you risk your children's lives? What's more important? Your family or a random man? Most people would say random man. But now, if you look into some of, like, let's go with Dalai Lama or Eckhart Tolle, who wrote Power of Now, and their teachings about, thinking about you thinking, existentialism, spirituality, and where the greater good is bigger. What if that guy's life path is to go, which I guess I'll just say it is. He ends up going on to do great things and helps fight against the purge and helps bring justice. So now, what means you and your family that live in your cozy little house are more important to benefit society as a whole versus this man who's going to go on to change things? Man, it's awesome. I watch The Purge every day, one of the Purges every day, leave it as background noise, and they always get me thinking. I've been doing this for probably like 5 to 8 years, maybe longer, but it's A thinking movie makes you sit down and wonder, what would you do in that situation? Could you do the right thing in that situation? Your family's lives are at stake, so it's hard to put yourself in that position and be like, oh, okay, so we've got a group of kids that want to kill this guy. This guy could also be dangerous and trying to kill my children. I don't know who this guy is. And all along, you're sitting there going, wow, I mean, two kids to protect are the first thing. Then the next thing, oh man, I can't give that away. I can't give it away. Go watch The Purge. It's so amazing. But it's